Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SNUathletics.com. Tanner Stiles alongside my partner, Connor McKenzie. It is senior day here inside the Sawyer Center. SNU hosts its final game of the 2016-2017 season as they welcome the Cotton Blossoms from Arkansas Monticello. Taking the floor for the final time in the Sawyer Center will be Abby Boyd, Olivia Chapman, Danielle Gaddis, and Callie Mason. Connor, it's senior day. Can't believe we're already here.
It's unbelievable. Seems like it was just the other day when we were up here hosting for Minnesota State Moorhead game where the guys were going out in some fierce competition, and we're down to the wire here for the last home game and last game of the season, the regular season that is. The women have locked up a spot in the GAC championships and the men as well, and should be a fun battle here against Arkansas Monticello for our ladies here, and a very important day for our ladies here today that are playing their last game inside the Sawyer Center. A lot of emotion, a lot of intense play. I expect a great game here between these two teams.
And there are some implications on the line as well in this ball game this afternoon. SNU comes in to the ball game at 12-13 overall, 9-12 in the conference, while Monticello comes in 11-14 overall, 8-13 in the conference. So just one game behind is Arkansas Monticello. So really, Connor, SNU can finish anywhere from right now but 6 and 8 in that final seeding heading into next week's GAC tournament.
Absolutely. It's going to be a fun battle next weekend with whoever the Storm end up playing. They need to be prepared and kind of hope for the best of circumstances as far as matchups go. And they're playing great basketball we saw here the other night. And, we expect to see some fierce competition here tonight. The GAC championship, you never know what could happen. Most people would go out on a limb and probably pick Harding or Arkansas Tech, but I like some of the outside teams to make some noise as well and make it a little bit tough on those top teams of the conference. But Crimson Storm here got a shot to make some noise as well, as they've been playing a lot better this season, especially the back half of this season, able to win some games on the road in some hostile environments, and we're able to keep games close that most people would have picked them to get blown out in. So I think Storm made great strides this season, and today is going to be a good testament to see how well they play if they can finish it out here at home.
See if they can get it done indeed. As you see, starting lineups being announced right now for both teams. Crimson Storm just had their starting lineups announced, and it's 4 seniors in the starting lineup. All 4 seniors on the squad will be starting for the Crimson Storm. It's number 4, Olivia Chapman, the 5'8 senior from Birmingham, Alabama. The 5'5 senior from Oklahoma City, number 5, Abby Boyd. Another senior, 5'9 from Bethany, number 11, Callie Mason. Starting at the other guard, a 5'7 senior from Oklahoma City, number 23, Danielle Gaddis. And in the middle for the Crimson Storm is the 6'1 sophomore from Goddard, Kansas, number 42, Rachel Dorneman. And Dorneman will tip it up. And the Cotton Blossoms have won the opening tip here inside the Sawyer Center. Taylor Collins, Brittany Broadway, Aisha Waheed, Treasure Evans, and Nelsha Peterson on the floor right now as Waheed gets a layup early.
Yeah, Waheed on a nice backdoor cut off the screen around the top of the key was very good to get her wide open, but Storm got to do a better job in these opening possessions to defend.
We saw on Thursday night a big scoring outburst from Callie Mason as she's in the starting lineup this afternoon. She provided 31 points, season high for her, in a big win against Southern Arkansas, 87-69, as we're going to have our first foul of the afternoon here on the baseline.
If Abby Boyd makes these, she'll be 1 point away from eclipsing that 1,300 scoring mark for her career. We said last night she was 6 points away from tying it. She only took 3 shots and made one of them for 3. We're oddly surprised. She did come away with 11 assists, so she really did a good job playing facilitator. She knocks down both free throws and is 1 basket away, 1 free throw away from eclipsing a 1,300 point mark. An incredible feat for the senior.
She, like you said, she will be the 23rd player in SNU history to score 1,300 career points. She would also just be the 10th player in the program's history to score 1,300 points and record 300 assists in her career at Southern Nazarene. SNU comes into this one 2-3 against the Cotton Blossoms all time at home here in the Sawyer Center, as shot attempt no good. Rachel Dorneman on the rebound. So now these two teams just playing for a better seeding in the conference tournament. SNU women's basketball will be punching their first trip.
Oh, nice pass from Chapman to Boyd. Couldn't finish it on the lane with the foul, but good looking dish there from Chapman to Boyd.
Olivia Chapman only played in 9 games this season. This is her first start of this season. In her 4 years here at SNU, as Boyd misses the first, she's gone through stretches where she started some games and come off the bench in some games, and now in her senior season, they've got some more depth, and she's changed her role a little bit on the bench there, but she still provides some great spark off the bench for the Crimson Storm.
Yeah, kind of a do-it-all player for the Storm. No matter what role she's in, she comes out and gives 100%, and unfortunately gets scored over Wahid with her second basket of the day.
Wahid comes in as the Cotton Blossoms' leading scorer, averaging 12.5 points a game. She's already got 4 here, as Boyd is fouled in the paint there.
The third time Abby Boyd's been fouled. This is even the only person that's been fouled on the Crimson Storm.
So 3 quick fouls for the Cotton Blossoms, led by Tanya Ray in her 6th season, coaching Arkansas Monticello. Arkansas Monticello comes in currently on a 3-game losing streak, so they'll look to end that here inside the Sawyer Center, while SNU on a 1-game win streak. We saw Thursday night as Gaddis drives, no good on the shot, rebounded by Treasure Evans. So once again, we mentioned this is the final game of the regular season for both these teams. Conference play will kick off next week.
I think that shot was partially blocked by Boyd on the closeout up against Collins. Good defense from the senior.
Boyd, the pass to Gaddis, backs her way inside. No good, off the mark. Crimson Storm still looking for that first field goal. 3 Abby Boyd free throws here in the first 2.5 minutes. Nelsha Peterson driving on Dorneman, turnaround right-hand hook, no good. Callie Mason on the rebound. So here's Boyd, and they're going to be, Rachel Dorneman going to be hit with the moving screen.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that call. She seemed pretty set when she came to set her feet for the screen, but perhaps Boyd may have just left a little bit early for the screen.
It'll be the first foul on Rachel Dorneman and the first foul on the Crimson Storm, as head coach Derek Doris is back on the bench this afternoon. He was not here Thursday evening under the weather with the flu bug going around, but nonetheless he is back at his usual spot over there on the bench, looking to have one final home game here this regular season, and these 4 seniors who have meant so much to this program. It's got to be an emotional day for him as well as the players. Callie Mason going to take her first 3-point attempt, and she got it.
Nice little hesitation, ripped through, cleared the defender with her hand for the 3.
So here is Cotton Blossoms now trailing by 2. They kick it out to the corner for Treasure Evans, who's going to try a 3. Offensive rebound there from Brittany Broadway, and she puts it in. So it's tied up at 6 here as the pass inside to Boyd is knocked away, and it's going to stay with the Crimson Storm. So here's Olivia Chapman on the inbounds to Gaddis. Up with the finish, Danielle Gaddis, her first field goal.
Gaddis, the other senior, coming through. Every senior's put buckets on the board for the Storm, except Olivia Chapman. Got to get her going eventually. She's kind of a do-it-all defensive player and distributor, so we may not see too much scoring from her, but we look to see players like Abby Boyd and Danielle Gaddis get her involved more so on the offensive side.
Tied up at 8 here. Boyd Takes a three-pointer, top of the key, no good. Battle for the rebound.
Evans coming up with it. Not a lot of numbers trying to cross over Gaddis, gets cut off.
On the drive, it's Peterson, and she's fouled.
Oh. Tough call there. Looked like Gorman's hand just grazed the ball before it went up, but officials had a little better look than we did down there.
First media timeout. We'll take one with them here. 8-8 early on in the first quarter here inside the Sawyer Center. We'll be right back here at SNUathletics.com.